many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Ooh. Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know I lose control?
I used to cry myself to sleep at night, but that was all before he came. I thought love had to hurt to turn out right, but now he's here. It's not the same. It's not the same. Well, I thought I knew you, thinking that you were true. Man. Yes, I couldn't trust. Called your bluff, time is up, 'cause I've had enough. You were there by my side, always down for the ride. But your joyride just claimed down in flames, 'cause your greed saw me out of shame. I used to float, now I just fall down. I used to know, but I'm not sure now.
Wow.
What was I made for? What was I made for?
What on people thems. So I'm on a little Kelly Clarkson little mini run, and I basically had seen that she'd reacted to Whitney Houston's All the Man That I Need, but I've also then seen since that point that she's sung both Billie Eilish's song from the Barbie movie, which she won the Grammy for. Well, her and her brother won the Grammy for. She also did she's done Billie Eilish's one. She's done All the Man That I Need. She's done Christina Aguilera, Fighter. And the one that has been in the list for absolutely freaking ages has been Kelly Clarkson and Teddy Swims doing Lose Control. I think he's amazing. I think he's so good. And I've only recently been introduced to him in the last few months or so. So the fact that he's duetting with Kelly Clarkson, I need to watch this. My neck is killing me. Okay, let's dive into this.
Something's got a hold on me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore.
Nice jacket.
Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Whoa, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know I lose control when you're not next to me?
When you're not next to me,
I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me.
when you're not next to me.
You're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me. Problematic. The problem is I want your body like a fiend, like a bad habit. Bad habits hard to break down with you. Yeah, I know I can do it on my own, but I want that beautiful magic, and it takes two. Problematic. The problem is when I'm with you, I'm an addict.
The harmonies.
Need some relief. My skin and your teeth can't see the forest through the trees. Got me down on my knees. I repeat. Oh, I lose control when you're not next to me.
When you're not next to me,
I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me.
When you're not next to me.
Falling apart, I am part of your fantasy. When you're not next to me.
When you're not next to me.
You're breaking my heart, baby. You got no place to be.
Honestly, that was so sick. That was so good. Do you know the main thing that I took from that whole duet? Yeah, bearing in mind that the song is already sick, right? So I've already reacted to Lose Control, and obviously I've just reacted to Kelly Clarkson and cried. So I love them both as artists, but as a duet, like I think sometimes when you watch some people duet, like it can kind of be a little bit of a, you know, there's one singer that's stronger than the other singer, or one person trying to outshine the other singer, or da-da-da-da-da. But I think in that, it was such a beautiful marriage of both skill and sound, because like she harmonized across the top while he stayed with the melody, but then she did go under at some points as well, actually, like during the chorus when he was doing the I lose control. When he was doing that, she kind of got under a little bit there, and again it sat nice little marriage. But then as the song progressed, bearing in mind it's only like 2 minutes long, it's not very long duet they're going for, she still managed to kind of like put in those flowery ad-libs that didn't detract from what he was doing, just added to the overall sound of it. It was such an awesome duet. And I think, like, you know, you can see how comfortable they were with each other as well. Do you know what I mean? Which also adds to it. She looks stunning as well. I love her in the dress. Like, I think she looks beautiful. And actually, I don't think I've really looked at Teddy Swims that much. Do you know what I mean? Like with his nail polish and his tattoos. He's got tattoos on his actual eyelids as well that have got to be painful. And I really love that coat. I mean, that coat probably costs more than my car, right? So don't worry about it, look. But honestly, that was a really, really awesome performance. And as I said, man, I keep going back to the fact that she was the first American Idol, but like for her to be, cause I've never really watched the show. Like I don't really watch TV like that. But you know, the fact that her show is still going, the fact that she still has these karaoke things and stuff, I just think is just really, really sick. So that was the oldest one of in fact, there's probably something in there a bit older than that, but that was one of the ones I wanted to watch with Kelly Clarkson. So her and Teddy Swims, I finally watched it. So the next one was 2 months old, and this is her singing "All the Man That I Need." Now, again, you know that I love me some Whitney. So I'm very keen to see what she does with this. Very, very, very keen. Well, the sax is playing.
I used to cry myself to sleep at night, but that was all before he came. I thought love had to hurt to turn out right, but now he's here. It's not the same. It's not the same. He fills me up. He gives me love, more love than I've ever seen. He's all I've got. He's all I've got in this world.
like, again, I've never really watched the show, and I've never really watched her do too much presenting, apart from like the odd clip here and there. And she comes across as someone that is very much what's on my mind is gonna come out of my mouth, and those kind of people are my kind of people, because like I feel like I'm a bit like that, like, which is why I love having like my channel, because what you see is gonna get. Do you know what I mean? Like, and sometimes it gets me into trouble, because I kind of just, you know, say what's on my mind and stuff. But at the same time, like, it's just that jovial nature. Do you know what I mean? Like, just that kind of really kind, warm, spirited kind of person that you kind of want to be around. Amazing little tribute that she's made to Whitney there about the troops and that welcome home, and I actually do remember that performance in particular, because I always remember with the one earring and that hairstyle, and this is actually one of my favorite Whitney Houston songs. I mean, there are so many, to be fair, but like this one, I think she did this on Arsenio Hall. This and Do You Hear What I Hear? Do You Hear What I Hear is probably one of my favourite Christmas songs as well. Like, I just, like, every Christmas with that, like, it's almost like I can't wait to get to Christmas in order to play that song. I absolutely love it. But in terms of her, like I said before, the fact that these clips are like 2 minutes long-ish, and what she does within those 2 minutes, I just think is insane. Like, to do that lovely intro, like to go into the first verse, to do the chorus, straight to the bridge, wrap that up. And again, she did it in her way. Her way, not like, did bits obviously that are very much in keeping with Whitney, but she did some of those ad-lib bits in like a very Kelly way. I think this is the point I'm trying to make about when someone does a cover by somebody else. Like, you've got the choice of them doing it like they did it, the original person did it, and therefore you're just constantly being like, does it match? Are you hitting all the notes? Or that you do that and then some, like, because then it's like, well, you've made it your own, or you twist it completely. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then make it completely your own. So I'd say for me, she did that and then some. Like, she was doing what Whitney did, but she added her own little Kelly bits in there as well. You know, I just think she's a phenomenal vocalist. I think she's a phenomenal vocalist, and I like the power that she's got in her voice. But she's also got a real agility as well. And I remember that clear as day from when she did Natural Woman on American Idol.
Oh, baby, what you done to me? Oh, you make me feel so good inside. And I just don't wanna be close to you. You make me feel so
where she had the tie on with the hats, and she did Natural Woman, and that was when I first noticed her to be like, you, Miss Lady, can sing. Like, wow. Yeah, that was amazing. Oh, and again, shout out to the band as well, saxophone player. I see you, sir. Okay, so the next one, I think would have been Fighter. That was 4 weeks ago. So I am also a massive Christina Aguilera fan. Like, I love her. And I used to listen to her Strips album back to back. Like, loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I've been a fan of hers since, and I think I said it in other videos, when she did, from Genie in a Bottle days, really. I'm a genie in a bottle, you gotta rub me the right way. Big tune. But she went on and she did like some songs on VH1's Men Strike Back. So I've mentioned before on this channel about them, VH1 doing like this Divas show where they had like, you know, your Aretha's, your Celine Dion's, Mariah Carey's, Whitney's, Mary J. Blige, like all these big divas that have like each year, and they'd rotate them round. And I think because Christina, well, I mean, Britney wasn't invited to one either, but I guess Christina hadn't been invited to one, so when they did a men one, a male one, I don't even remember who was even on that. I think Backstreet Boys were on there, Cisco was on it, I want to say Tom Jones, but I don't know if I'm making that up. Definitely remember Backstreet Boys, definitely remember Drew Hill, because I remember them coming out on stage at the end. But during that, the kind of honorary member, because they had Elton John as an honorary diva on Tina Turner's one, with Tina Turner and Cher. I can't remember who else was on that one. Tina Turner, Cher. That might have been the one with Whitney Houston as well, actually, I think. But they had Elton John as an honorary diva. So they had on the Men Strike Back one as an honorary divo, I guess, Christina Aguilera, and she sang I Turn to You and At Last. And when I tell you that those performances live in my head rent-free, I might even do a reaction to both of those, actually, because it's been a long time that I've not seen them. And it was just her, particularly that last one, it was just her, and I remember there being some kind of smoke on the screen or whatever, and a piano. Her, a stool, a hat, a mic, a piano, and she killed it. It was amazing. So I've been a big fan of her since then. Anyway, Kelly Clarkson covering Fighter, which I think, was that on the Stripped album? Well, I guess I knew you then, that you were true. And I don't know if it's on that album, but I remember listening to that song a lot anyway. So yeah, let's listen to it and see what it is saying. I can hear Kelly doing this actually.
Well, I thought I knew you, thinking that you
looks
were
amazing,
true.
man.
Yes, I couldn't trust, called your bluff, time is up, cause I've had enough. You were there by my side, always down for the ride. But your joyride just claimed and it flames, cause your greed saw me out of shame. After all of the stealing and cheating, you probably think that I hold resentment for you. But oh no, you're wrong. Cause if it wasn't for all that you tried to do, I wouldn't know just how capable I am to pull through. So I wanna say thank you, cause it makes me that much stronger. Makes me work a little bit harder. It makes me that much wiser. Thanks for making me a fighter. How could this man I thought I knew turn out to be unjust, so cruel? Could only see the good in you, pretended not to see the truth. You tried to hide your lies, disguise yourself through living in denial. But in the end you'll see, you won't stop me. I ain't gonna stop, no. Makes me look a little bit harder, wiser. Thanks for making me a fighter. It makes me that much smarter. Thanks for making me a fighter.
Do you know what? I never knew like how many like words were crammed into that verse. Really, like, well, I haven't thought about it for a long time. Anyway, there's a lot of words in that. But I knew you, and you were true. Oh, gonna head now, and it wasn't for honor, but I wanna know. And I wanna say thank you, cause you made me that much stronger. Made me work a little bit harder. Make me that much stronger. That's what making me vital. Anyway, that was awesome. I feel at this point, because to me, the Teddy Swims tune, the Whitney song, the Christina Aguilera song, these aren't the same kind of songs, man. And she's murdered all of them. Like, she's literally been like, I literally could have wrote all of these myself, and these could be my songs that I'm now singing to you. Wow, I've been sleeping on Kelly. I have been sleeping on Kelly. I really have. And this is just an opener to a show. So imagine, yeah, that you've got a whole talk show, and every talk show that you start off by singing someone else's tune like this. This is insane to me, because she's absolutely murking every single one of them. Wow. And it's her tone as well. Like, she's got like almost this like Rocky-esque tone that's soulful, if that makes sense. Because there's an ever so slight rasp to her voice. It's not, but then also at the same point, she has got this really clear, part to her voice as well. She's just got a really awesome, flexible singing voice, I feel, that can lend itself well to clearly anything. Because when she sang that song with Cynthia Erivo, when you wish upon a star, everything you know, or whatever that song is. She again killed that, and that was so like, again, pure in the harmonies, and she was on the top, I think, if I remember rightly. I mean, they might have mixed it up actually as the song went on, but I just remember at some point she was singing incredibly high for an incredibly long amount of time. Kelly Clarkson, man. Wow. Okay, so the last one that I put in here was What Was I Made For? From Billie Eilish from the Barbie movie. Hence the pink, because I will be watching that tonight. So, yeah, let's see what she did with that. Because that song I thought was... Because I don't know too much about Billie Eilish, really. That performance that I reacted to from the Grammys is probably the first... It's the first Billie Eilish song that I've actually sat and listened to. So yeah, I was really impressed. Really impressed by that song. So okay, come bless me, Kelly. Come bless me. No, stunning.
I used to float, now I just fall down. I used to know, but I'm not sure now.
Wow.
What was I made for? What was I made for? Taking a drive, I was an ideal, look so alive. Turns out I'm not real, just something you paid for.
So tender.
What was I made for?
An amazing vibrato as well.
'Cause I don't know how I feel, but I wanna try. I don't know how to feel, but someday I think I forgot how to be happy. Something I'm not, but something I could be. Something I wait for. Something I'm made for.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's absolutely... Dude, like, I enjoyed that from Billie. I think it was a really heartfelt song. I think the lyrics were beautiful. It was giving that whole vintage Hollywood thing with the headscarf and the sunglasses and whatever. But I feel like that literally could have been Kelly's song. Like, the time that she took with it, her phrasing, like the breath control, like when to use the dynamics, like when to draw back and to give it that Kelly, like, full chest belt, like that's just with all that resonance and warm, rich sound. Like, honestly, that is incredible. It's incredible for someone to be able to take on someone else's song and genuinely, like, I probably would listen to that. And again, this is no shade to Billie, because without Billie doing that song, there would be no What Was I Made For? But I probably would listen to that, like, over it. I think I would. Only 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Again, I can't get over what she's able to create in that time, because it's such a short amount of time, really, to really kind of like lose yourself in a song, but it's enough time to connect. She's got an amazing skill set. Absolutely phenomenal. Right, well, I will be tuning in a lot more to the karaoke's. I think I've been letting these slide a little bit too much for my liking. So are there any more karaoke's that you think I probably should watch? you know, has she done any Beyonce? Like, is there any Beyonce that I should be checking out? Any Jennifer Hudson that she's done? Like, just anything at all that you think could be of interest to me, like, then please do let me know in the comments, because I feel like I've got some catching up to do. I feel like, and how often does this show even come out? Like, is it out every week? Was it once a week? Is she on every single day? Like, but yeah, that'd be great if you could help me with that. If you did enjoy this, then please do drop me a like and subscribe. I'd really, really appreciate that. And again, all of my reactions will be on Patreon first. So if you do want access to my reactions before they come to YouTube, then head on over to Patreon. And is also a great way to support the channel as well. So if you do think, actually, do you know what? I don't mind giving that guy a little hand, I'd be grateful. I really would. But for now, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.